Hi everyone, and welcome to another segment of Cooking with the Stars, brought to you by the Rio Grande Valley Diabetes Association. And today I'm so excited to have with me two wonderful guests, Criselda Molina and Mr. Omar Longoria. And they are both nurse practitioners here in McAllen that see patients with diabetes, all sorts of patients. And today they are sharing a wonderful recipe perfect for Easter time. So Miss Chris and Mr. Omar, what recipe are you guys going to share with us today?
So we're going to go ahead and prepare tostadas con nopales using queso fresco. We're also going to include in these tostadas some mashed avocado, some chicken, and of course our nopalitos with all the fixings of vegetables.
One of the reasons why I love tostadas, and my kids love for me to make them tostadas, and it's such a diabetes friendly recipe, is because they're so versatile. You can make them vegetarian with beans, which are high fiber. And I love that in this season of Lent, and we know that there's a lot of Catholics here in the Rio Grande Valley, is that you can make them with nopales. We're using chicken today, but if you wanted to make them with just nopales, you could make them with just nopales. Or salmon, or fish, yes. And I really love your twist, because not only are we getting more fiber, which we know when we have diabetes, fiber is so important, from the nopales, but you also made a little something with the tostadas that also have more fiber.
Yes, so the tostadas are baked and they can come in the original or they can come in the nopal flavor as well.
And that, I think, is such a great tip for people that have diabetes, because we're adding fiber and they don't even know it. So tell me a little bit about how you're going to start off the tostada.
Well, I already kind of prepared everything. I already kind of cut up all our vegetables for the sake of our video. But Mr. Longoria will go ahead and go over the specifics of what we use for this recipe. It would be the tostada, of course, the mashed avocado, and then sprinkle maybe a little bit of chicken and some nopales, and of course ended up with our fixings of cilantro, onion, tomato, queso fresco, and a little bit of lime juice. Perfect.
So I'll let you guys get started, and I'll kind of talk about things as you guys start to prep. And one of the things I noticed, Miss Chris, is that you used Mrs. Dash and Mrs. Dash is a great alternative to salt because this has no sodium. And we know that when we have diabetes, we need to watch our salt and sodium intake. So I love that you use Mrs. Dash. What did you use to season? Did you season?
I actually used Mrs. Dash.
Okay.
I used Mrs. Dash, yes. I went ahead and put the jarred nopales, which is from Don Maria, and I put them in the saucepan with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And then I sprinkled with Mrs. Dash versus salt.
Perfect. And I love that we're using so many heart-healthy fats. You have the olive oil, you have the avocado. Of course, avocado is a great snack on its own, but you're using that as a base. And I know sometimes we use beans, but the avocados are really good, because I never really thought about using avocados as a base, but it makes perfect sense.
I know in my family, my family itself, my grandparents, our family, we love nopales. Nopalitos with egg, nopalitos with beans. And so I thought this was a really good choice of dish for our diabetes patients. And it's actually very healthy for anyone, not necessarily just
especially
diabetes.
right now. Right now we're going into the Lent season. So in our culture, I know that in Lent we always tend to eat nopales for some reason or for another. It's just part of our culture. And when we look at it from the medical point of view, then we also understand that nopales are really, really high in fiber. So they really help those patients to make sure that we have that bowel movement going. So very, very important The other thing that we're using is that we're using the queso fresco. The queso fresco is also one of the cheeses that we know that is low in fat. So that is also great because we do know that in the Rio Grande Valley we have a very high incidence of not only diabetes but obesity. So not only is this going to actually taste amazing, but it's actually going to be quite low in fat.
Yes, and so one of the things that at home you guys can look is when you go through the grocery style and you look for the queso fresco, sometimes there's some that are made with whole milk, but like Mr. Longoria said, always make sure to look for the ones that said part skim milk.
Well, you can be our first taste tester.
Wow! All right.
Here we go.
Now the only thing that I would say I'm missing, just because I love my hot, is like a little bit of salsita
Oh, yes.
or jalapenos, but that's just me. Mmm. I love Miss Criselda that it's so fresh. I think the avocado and the nopales, I'll confess, I hadn't had nopales in a tostada, but I think this is what I'm going to make on Friday for my family. I love it.
It's fast and easy and very nutritious, and so anyone can do it.
Yeah, and I love that we're using lean chicken breast,
Correct.
which is a healthy protein. So if you think about it, we're getting so much fiber, low sodium, low carb, because really our only carb is coming from the tostada.
Right.
But I actually don't mind that it's low carb because it has the fiber in it. And other than that, it's just fruits and vegetables.
Yeah. So for 9 servings, Mr. Longoria, can you go over the
Sure.
specific?
So we actually have the ingredients here for the 9 servings. So we start off with 2 cups of chopped nopalitos. In this case, we used the Doña Maria can. We're using 3/4 cup of fresh cilantro. In this case, we've already chopped up the cilantro, so it's ready, just ready for us to use it. We're using 1 medium tomato, as you can see right there. We chose to use red tomato at this time with the white onion. 3 tablespoons of lime juice. We're using the fresh lime juice as well. And we're doing the Miss Dash diet, as we just spice seasoning, as we just spoke about. 9 medium of our shells, and we took a variety of shells to try and actually just throw that twist there and try to give that option. Another thing about the shells is that they're actually baked. A lot of our shells here are deep fried,
Yes.
but we went for the baked, and you really can't even taste the difference. So it really gets that crunch, but a little bit healthier. We used the avocados. We made sure that the avocados were nice and ripe because that's key when making any sort of food with avocado. And last but not least, we used the cubes of the queso, which is the queso fresco. Those are pretty much the list of the ingredients that we use. It's actually even real nice to go ahead and display the ingredients and just have everybody come and make their own. Sort of
and
makes you
choose.
feel like, like each one of the family members is actually participating in the process of getting the tostadas ready. So it's a great thing to involve the kids and everybody in the family as well.
I always involve my kids. And you know, as we close off, both of you work with a lot of people with diabetes, right? And so what are some things that you guys share with your patients when it comes to, for them to know that we can still eat the foods that we love, like nopales, but in a healthier way? What are some of the things that you guys share with patients?
You go ahead.
Okay, so you just said something that is key. Food is part of the most special things of our daily life. We celebrate pretty much everything with food. So for us to tell a patient to stop eating tortillas, to stop eating tostadas, is something that is not going to happen.
Not gonna work.
It's unrealistic.
So we have to make these diets achievable.
Yes.
We have to go ahead and make them culturally sensitive. And when we talk about culturally sensitive, it's about using the foods that we, the Hispanics, the Mexicanos like to eat. Like we were brought up with nopalitos, so incorporate them, but try to make them a little bit healthier. I know that, for example, when I was brought up, los nopales eran guisados,
Sí.
meaning that
Yep.
my mom would put the lard in there, and we'd put all these extra ingredients. Well, we're removing some of that, but we're still keeping the foundation of it there
The flavor.
because we need it. It's who we are. So I think the main thing that I tell my patients is that we're gonna continue to eat the things that we love. We're just gonna go ahead and find healthier approaches
Modify them a little bit.
exactly, to try and get us what we really want. If we do that, then those are things that we can achieve for the rest of our life rather than trying to refrain from eating what we love.
I love that. Because it's so true. I think for patients, so that they know that yes, I can do it, this is one very excellent way to do it. So I hope everyone tries it at home.
Yes.
Okay. Well, as we gear up to maybe make more versions of this, we'll share this recipe with everyone at home. And until next time, bye everybody.
Bye. Thank you.